Today, we are going to be talking about presidential inaugurations. Specifically, you guys were asking about those times that they've been held indoors.
Okay.
And we found some pretty interesting stuff, so we were really excited to jump into this.
Yeah, it should be fascinating.
So to get us started, we should probably talk about the fact that weather can have a pretty big impact on these events.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, especially when you consider they usually happen in January in DC.
Right.
You know, not exactly known for its mild winter.
No, not at all. So actually, speaking of weather, we found some information here about Donald Trump's decision to move his 2025 inauguration indoors
Interesting.
because of the cold weather.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they ended up moving the ceremony to the U.S. Capitol Rotunda,
Okay.
which, I mean, if you've never seen it,
It's impressive.
it's this massive circular room under the dome of the Capitol building.
Right, right.
And they also had to, like, arrange for alternate viewing at Capital One Arena.
Oh, wow.
You know that big indoor stadium in
Yeah.
D.C.?
Yeah, yeah.
To, like, accommodate everyone?
Right.
Can you imagine having to organize all of that?
Oh, my gosh.
Plus the security on top of it.
I can't even
It
imagine.
must have been a logistical nightmare.
Yeah, well, and this isn't totally unprecedented either.
Really?
Yeah, Ronald Reagan's second inauguration back to 1985,
Okay.
they had the same problem.
Oh, wow.
They ended up moving it indoors because of some seriously frigid temperatures.
How cold are we talking?
It was 7 degrees Fahrenheit
Oh, my
with
God.
the wind chill of -25.
You're kidding.
Yeah, no wonder they moved it inside.
Yeah, I mean, that's dangerously cold.
Absolutely.
So I guess in those kinds of situations, tradition has to take a back seat to safety, right?
For sure.
But still,
Yeah.
I mean, to move an event of that scale indoors must have been a crazy undertaking.
Oh, absolutely. It's not just about finding a space that's big enough.
Right.
You have to think about, all the attendees,
Yeah.
the dignitaries, and then, of course, there's the whole security aspect.
Oh, yeah, with all the
Law enforcement and canine units.
dogs.
Yeah, dogs, and even the horses that they use for crowd control.
It's incredible.
I know, right?
And it's easy to overlook the human element, too.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, think about all the people who are planning to be outside for hours.
Right, bundled up.
Yeah, exactly.
To see their new president sworn in.
It really makes you appreciate the dedication of those folks.
It does.
So I guess what we're seeing here is that weather can really force us to rethink even our most cherished traditions.
That's right. And, it makes you wonder what other factors might come into play when deciding whether to stick with tradition or go with a more practical approach.
Right. Like, how do you balance those two things?
Exactly. It's a question that goes beyond just inaugurations.
Right.
It makes you think about how we adapt our long-held customs to the realities of a changing world.